Hi guys, welcome down to London Golf Academy. I'm Ali Taylor and today I'm going to show you how to hit your driver longer and straighter than ever before. Hi guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome down to Ali Taylor Golf. Please click the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. Let's make sure you get my videos as soon as they land. Follow me on all my social media platforms, also under Ali Taylor Golf. But for now, let's get on with how to hit your driver further and straighter than ever before. Right then guys, so we'd all love to be hitting driver more like that, and even though that wasn't dead straight, because we're always going to see an element of curvature on the golf ball, it was long and it was nice and accurate. And one of the biggest things for me is obviously making sure you're as efficient as possible with driver, and the big key there is making sure that you hit the ball out of the middle of the club face. So a few really simple tips in this video that's going to help you hit it more out the middle. That's going to in turn help you shape the ball less, so therefore be a little bit more accurate with your shots, but also going to help you maximize the kind of ball speed off there, which is also going to maximize your distance. And the first thing we're going to look at is actually the tee height. So obviously with me being down at the driving range, I tend to use the Castle tees, and I've got 4 different colors here, ranging from the blue, which is very short, into the white, into the pink, and into the orange. Now when we look at how the ball sits on the tee, so we can see with the blue tee, the ball looks kind of a little bit low on the face, certainly below the centre. The white tee, the ball actually looks very much in the middle of the club face. The pink looks very slightly above centre. And the orange tee, the ball looks very much high up on the club face. Now, the big challenge is that obviously when you're addressing the golf ball, if I were to put the orange tee, for example, which I tend to use, as you address the ball, the club, particularly for me, I get the club to sit on the ground, which is fine. But when you swing the golf club, ideally we're looking for the club head to be travelling up through impact. So the club's actually away from the ground. So even though the orange tee, it almost looks like I'd get underneath that ball, I know that as I swing into the ball, the club's going to be travelling up, it's going to be away from the ground, and that's going to be much more out the middle of the club face. So the problem I see for a lot of guys is they initially tee the ball too low. Now, that takes us nicely into kind of what we've just spoken about there, about how we're looking to get the club travelling up. That's going to help us reduce the spin on the ball and help us deliver the club in the right way to maximise that distance and accuracy. And when I see guys teeing the ball down too low, what it creates is they start hitting down on the ball to try and get the middle of the club face onto the ball. They start losing path and club face control and getting a lot of very different kind of shots, certainly a lot of those shots out to the right we see with golfers. I think the little problem is a lot of guys will have watched videos, and I've done stuff in the past about teeing the ball higher, but as they tee the ball high, some of the bad habits they've got into with swinging the club and addressing the ball don't allow them to take advantage of that high tee. So what I see with a lot of golfers, certainly from face on, is that they get their shoulders very level and their spine angles very much straight up. This very much encourages that downward strike. And we wouldn't say no to that kind of with the irons when the ball's on the floor. But with driver, we're looking to get that ball position forward in our stance. Because the left hand's higher than the right hand, we would see left shoulder higher than the right, which would add a little bit of spine tilt. But if anything, we're maybe looking for just an additional bit with driver, which again, like I said, when you swing, the bottom of the arc's going to be back behind the ball and going to encourage you to hit up on the golf ball. So both of these things straight away, we're talking about delivering the club on the way up, but also as the club's travelling up now, we're able to make that contact point high enough on the club face to be in the centre. Now, the second part that I would tend to see is that golfers can also tend to hit the ball a little bit out the toe or possibly a little bit out of the heel. Now, as a general rule, and certain manufacturers have got more technology in to help with this apparently than others. But generally speaking, if you hit a ball out of the toe, the design of the club face will make the ball shape more to the left, and if you hit the ball out of the heel, the design of the face will make the ball shape more to the right. So if you're not sure, if you think you're hitting it pretty decent height and you're hitting up on the ball, I'm obviously very fortunate that I use GC Quad, so we have stickers on the club face which indicate where the contact is, but you could get something like some foot spray, spray it onto the face of the driver, and that will show where the impact is. Now when you hit a few drives, if you're consistently out the heel, it could just be as simple that you're too close to the golf ball. If you're out the toe, you could just be too far away. So if you need to, experiment a little bit with distance from the ball and see if that improves that consistency. But once you find that distance from the ball, where you find center of the face, we're looking for that ball forward, that extra little bit of spine tilt at address, and then from there we're just looking to put a nice free swing on it and go from there. And like I said, as long as you can then deliver the club as efficiently as possible and combine that nice centered strike with the ball, that is going to enable you to hit the ball longer and straighter than ever before. Okay then guys, so some really simple tips there on how it's going to help you strike the ball out the middle of the club, help you be more efficient with driver, and like I said at the start, hit it further and straighter than you've normally done in the past. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it, comment below, I'll get back to as many of you as I can. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already by clicking the subscribe button and ringing the notification bell to make sure you get notifications as soon as I drop a new video. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, both under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.